We're the first people to see these fish. He's just world famous.
Oh my God. Are you kidding me?
There'll be koi in here worth $250,000 and upwards.
The amount of money that they're spending on some of these facilities is absolutely insane.
Just wait till we get inside. It's an amazing place. It's unbelievable. You look around, there's just thousands and thousands of koi here.
This is a fry pond where some of the baby koi are kept until they get bigger. We're here in the mountains of Japan on a koi collecting trip, and we're about to see one of the best breeders in all of Japan. These guys supposedly have just absolutely crazy varieties and types of koi. Look at this. This is a koi wonder of the world. Marihiro Koi Farm, this massive circular koi pond. This has to be one of the craziest things I've seen in all of my travels. Clearly this place has the nicest, the rarest, the biggest koi. You can tell instantaneously just how special a lot of these koi are.
And the average price to buy a single fish in this pond is between $10,000 and $30,000 US.
There's over $1 million in koi in this one pond. So this breeder's truck has just arrived for the morning shipment. Every morning, new fish are caught in the mud ponds. They're brought here on the truck and they're unloaded into the main koi house. So it's happening right now and they're transferring them inside.
It's a Shiba Inu. It's a little Japanese hunting dog.
All right, so we have just now traveled to the other side of the mountain. We're at yet another koi breeder. All right, Brian, where's this place?
This is Marisa Koi Farm near Ojiya. Just wait till we get inside. It's an amazing place. It's unbelievable. He ships out about 300 boxes of koi a day. That's a shipment going out today. Look at that. Hello.
Hi. So what's he doing?
Wait, watch out. We're the first people to see these fish since they went in last May.
That would have been our first casualty. What makes this place special?
He has a huge variety of a ton of fish and a lot of good fish for like dealers. You look around, there's just thousands and thousands of koi here. He just got in from a harvest, so he was out this morning at a mud pond, drained it down, and now he's bringing the fish in and placing them in different tanks for different price points. He feeds 2 tons of food a day. Those are all of his auto feeders over there. Just imagine the size like your small auto feeder on your fish tank. He's doing 2 tons a day out of all those, so it's insane.
You guys want to see something crazy? Check this out. Oh my God. Are you kidding me?
Dude, this is magical. What?
It certainly smells like fish in here.
What do you think?
Oh, there's some huge, beautiful ones, but I want little ones for the pond. So cute. Oh.
All the little babies.
All the little babies.
So where are we again?
Dainichi Koi Farm. He's just world famous, has some of the best go sanke, kawaku, sanke shawa. There'll be koi in here worth $250,000 and upwards. This koi house we're in cost $10 million to build. Woo!
This is apparently the most famous koi breeder in all of Japan. This is like really high-end koi. People that want to flex, have the money to be able to buy koi from this breeder, they come here.
Some of those in there have won Grand Champion awards at the major Japanese shows.
Literally torpedoes in the water.
So literally all of the koi in this pond are supposedly minimum $50,000, and they can go all the way up until $200,000. It's kind of insane that people are willing to spend that much money for koi. In addition, you're gonna spend like $5,000 a year to keep them here, to have the breeder feed them and take care of them and have them grow out to get even bigger and hopefully be worth more one day.
Here, check this out, filter in here.
The amount of money that they're spending on some of these facilities is absolutely insane. Brian, where are we?
We're going to one of his Tosai houses at Dainichi. So same farm we were before, but some of the smaller fish.
Look at these, dude. These are sweet. These are so cool. That one is insane.
Dainichi has some fire koi, guys. Oh my god, this is insane. Dainichi has a bunch of different facilities. This is a second one. As I mentioned, a lot of these breeders have multiple facilities kind of scattered throughout different areas. These are some of the coolest koi I've seen on the entire trip.
We're at Marisa's other koi house. He keeps some of his massive stock over here, and just another place to keep fish because he has 6 houses and so many koi. So it's good to have other facilities in case everything goes down or something like that.
Hold up.
Oh, is this the aquarium store?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, great.
And pawn shop.
My boys brought me to an aquarium store. Thank you guys. Now we're speaking my language.
It's not great, it's not massive.
Oh, no, this will do. Are you kidding me? Look at this. Look at all these products. I have not seen any of these. These are all completely like different brands I haven't seen. Oh, yeah, let's go. Woo! I know what all of this is. I'll just stay here. You guys can leave me here.
All right.
See you later.
See you later, Joe.
Bye. This is sweet. Look at this. These are all Japanese ADA style tanks. These are beautiful. Look at you. Look at him. Wow, that's a beautiful fish. As you can see, all these are ADA. That's like just a classic Japanese style planted tank. It's like what they're known for. This is where it comes from, which is the craziest thing about
Being in a store like this, this style now is taking over freshwater in the US, and this is where it comes from, is Japan.
Look at that, Japanese hydrometer.
Guys, we're here at the mud pond, and we're gonna be collecting some koi today.
These are real high-end fish. They're bigger than 25 inches. These fish could be worth millions of dollars. We got invited to go inside.
Mom, do you see one you like yet?
What a one-of-a-kind experience.